Have you ever heard of the word zettabyte or even a yottabyte? It sort of sounds like something that might be coming out of Star Wars, but it's not. It's the strange new words that we have had to create to describe the digital world around us. We're now at a point that the size, the speed, the scale of the data that we process on a daily basis is so large we've had to make up new numbers for it. For example, the number of bytes of data produced every single day is 2.5 quintillion. That is 2.5 followed by, get this, 18 zeros. That is a very big number, 2.5 million trillion. And that's every day. Only 10 short years ago, this number was but a tiny fraction, about 1/10 of what we see today. That is the speed with which and the size that these things are growing. So why does having technology at this scale and speed really even matter? Well, fortunately for us, when COVID-19 came along, our technology was advanced enough that we're able to use it to sort of leverage ourselves and leverage our organizations to overcome the barriers that COVID-19 put in place, like, for instance, working from home. Think about it for a moment. Had COVID-19 happened even just 20 years ago, the world economy would have struggled mightily, in my opinion, to sort of keep up. I think we would have a much more difficult time of it then. So it's a good thing that if it was going to happen, it happened when our digital technology had come far enough. This, I believe, bodes very well for the future of work and for the increasing digitalization of organizations and the HR teams that support them. However, to take full advantage of this moment, there's a lot more work to be done to fully harness this opportunity. For example, at home, we use sophisticated devices and apps that make our lives easier and a lot more efficient. Yet at work, particularly pre-pandemic, offices still resemble 1992, 30 years ago. A PC, a keyboard, a mouse, maybe a printer, which is not all that different from the office of today. Increasingly, CEOs and leaders are asking the question, why are we so digital at home, but not so digital at work? I think it's a great question. They're pushing their organizations to create a more end-to-end digital experience to eliminate costs, reduce errors, and improve performance and the workplace experience in order to attract and retain talent. Unfortunately, the reality is there's still too much implementation of technology that's for technology's sake, not for people's sake. Systems are rolled out on a continuous basis. There's not a clear reason why. It's not communicated to people. And quite often these systems overlap and create inefficiencies and slow people down, not speed them up. We need to start with a change in mindset around what technology does and how it does it. Our experience needs to change. Software and apps should be designed solely for the benefit of the workforce, not the convenience of the software developer, and should be intuitive to use. They should require virtually no training, similar to apps that we use at home. Secondly, a digital workplace requires new skills and capabilities. For example, holding a meeting on Zoom is very different from doing the same meeting in person. It's not effective to just lift the old analog world and put it into the digital world. A new set of rules and parameters and etiquette need to be developed to work in this digital world. Thirdly, organization structures in the 21st century still mirror the hierarchical organization structures of the 19th and 20th century. Creating a digital workforce lifecycle inside a 200-year-old organization simply codifies the old ways of doing things. Instead, we need flatter, more empowered, team-oriented structures to make the best use of democratization and collaboration that the digital workforce brings. To do so frees up organization to be nimble, innovative, and competitive, coming up with new ways of doing things along with new products and services. Lastly, traditional operating models of HR managers having most of the responsibility for talent management and talent development in the organization, that needs to be retired. The center of gravity for people management and talent management should be pushed out from HR and into the hands of the manager and the employee, that the two of them manage that together. Intuitive and smart workforce lifecycle technologies provides the managers and the employees the tools they need and the empowerment to do things like recruitment, performance management, learning and development, all of these things that used to be done by HR. The job of HR is going to become more of a people performance advisor than a process administrator. With HR, IT, and operations working together with investment from finance, the organization can bridge the divide and create the digital workforce of the future. But how and where to start? That's what's coming in my new book called Demystifying Digital HR. Watch out for it for end of 2022. Thank you.
There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear.